Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 8th episode of Granbelm. And last episode was quite the episode. It was an Ana-focused episode. Characters but that's had a lot of build-up over the course of the show. Just specifically that rage building up and eventually snapping because of certain revelations in the episode. Or the previous episode, one of the two. I think of the previous episode. But regardless, that finally just... her bottle, if she was a soda bottle, it's been shooken up and opened abruptly, and all of that just splashed all over Shingetsu. And yeah, there was quite the battle between the two of them. Just Shingetsu doing her best to try to get through to Ana, and just Ana not having any of it. And eventually Ana lost. You know, she did kind of have a bit of a personal victory because she got to, you know, eventually kind of pin down Shingetsu and cause her pain, and we saw a pretty happy look on Ana's face at one point. You know the scene I'm talking about. Just the kind of happiness that requires a change of clothes afterwards, if you know what I mean. So she had that at least, but overall just a very unfortunate situation. But at least she's like done out of it. Even her crystal broke, her magic went to the coconuts. So as far as I can tell, Ana stuff is done now. We might talk a little bit more about Ana in this episode, but I don't know. I don't know how much more we'll do with that. I imagine we'll shift back over to Nene, because that's the other character that's had a lot of build-up in the show. So we might do some stuff with her. Because I still think they haven't given us quite a straight answer on Nene's mother situation. I don't think. But I do think the Granbelm round we were in is still going on when we ended off the episode. So maybe we'll see some more fighting. I believe Kuon and... yeah, the other girl, Suisho Hakamada, that girl, I think they were going at it, like, in the episode. So, and Mangetsu, I'm sure, was doing something too. So, anyway, the main focus is Ana and Shingetsu. Everything else is kind of in the back of my mind, if I'm being honest, but I'm sure things will be made clear once we get into the episode, so let's just do that. 3, 2, 1, play. Should probably also mention I'm recording much later at night than usual, so, you know, in case that shows in any way. Yeah, now with Ana, she's the new villain of the situation. I don't know how much of a helping mood she's in, like, ever. Of course, her sister's more important than a silly match. Of course, she's gotta be crazy too. What are we doing? Yeah, what are we doing? Now I'm definitely curious. Welcome to what? Oh wow. Okay, this is certainly a development for this fight. I can't tell who's winning. Probably her. Okay then. I didn't expect that. Okay then, I didn't know that was in the rules. But I guess if choking someone while you climax is in the rules, why not that? I need some more water. I should try to remember her name since she's probably going to be important now. Suisho. Or Hakamada. I wonder which would be easy to remember. With Kuon, it was pretty easy. Kuon was easier to remember than Tsuchi Mikado. But not so sure with her. A lot of characters actually have surprisingly short names, like Nene, Ana, Kibo. And back into it. Oh, no, we're back in bed. So please tell me Shingetsu's right now. Oh no, Kuon's right next to her. That I also didn't expect. Does Shingetsu know about this? Is she okay with it? Because there's possibilities with that. Okay, why are you... Uh, 1 second she's kissing Suisho, next second she's in bed with Mangetsu. Man, she gets around. You're not taking my blanket from me. Okay, so Shingetsu does know about it. And yeah, what did I miss, by the way? Can we do a bit of a flashback? Because if I miss the good part, I'm going to be upset. I see. I guess we should have known that before. Yeah, she is no longer a player. You have more faith in her than I do. Oh, cool. It's net I want. Oh, right. I was like, what? Yeah, the pig. It just bring me the pig's a weird thing to say out of context. Oh. Yeah, Sui's show. Yeah, she's definitely gonna be more important going forward. Right. She was like a disciple or something. What about this Anna girl? I mean, yeah, she's thought she was fairly important. Family. Yeah, how do you forget about freaking yelling Anna? I guess so. That's kind of sad. Yeah, how do you forget someone like that? I don't think I'll ever forget her. Uh, and his mother also seemed to have forgotten things. I wonder if that's connected to that phenomenon. Oh. Uh. Oh, okay. Yeah. A lot's wrong, really. Back in the Nana household. Anything's possible in a show with magic. Head pat. Giving your big sister a head pat. Mun gets it. No progress on that. Yeah, what about that? We gonna talk about that? Because that was the first kiss we got in this show. Oh no. Why are you here? I know who you are. Go away. Can I kill her? She obviously has some plan here. With a kiss. Don't ask. I still don't quite get that. This was some kind of pact or vow or something, I don't know. Actually, some pretty nice pictures here. I'm pretty sure I told you to go away. Look how visibly on guard she is. Yeah, but Kuon's a good girl, you are not. How about no? There is nothing we want from you. You know, we really shouldn't be engaging with her like this. The less she knows about us, the better. I mean, it's as simple as that, really. You are just gonna be so much trouble, aren't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No. She has someone. I mean, she probably shouldn't, but she will. This is why we shouldn't have talked to her. I knew she came just to get in her head. Oh no, wait, what? Okay. It's a good question. Hey, what? Can, can you can you do that? Are we really gonna do it again? Yeah, I don't think she ever gave you permission to eat her sister's soul. This has been a weird episode so far. I don't think that's possible. But man, she's just so different than Anna, but also very scary. You know, because of the angle, I thought she was sitting on her lap at first. Whip out the ice cream. I'll be taking that. We're all pretty good friends at this point. Even though they all allianced against her. Oh wow, I actually like that touch, like muffling her sound after she put the headset on. That was cool. I have a headset, so it's just very relatable. It's a magical thing. Mine are also noise canceling. But for me, you know. I love magical PC. And what do we got? It's hacking magic. Right, supposedly. But I imagine Sui shows behind it. So we should check it out. Come on, Getsu. She is not naked this time. Don't let it get into your head. Just think about Shingetsu instead. Or even better, call her on the phone. Have a chat. Maybe invite her over. Blank. That's a lot of blank. That's... Oh. That was a dream? It was an odd dream. Also, I wouldn't sleep with my phone that close to the edge of the bed. Well, at least you ended up going to Shingetsu in the end. Just having bad dreams at home anyway. I wouldn't say that. I mean, it could have gone worse, but still wasn't great. Yeah, she's not exactly the poker face type. Oh wow, yeah, I can see it now. I don't think you need permission for that. At least you have Mangetsu. It really is her decision, though. She's already, like, halfway into it, so... Yeah, if Sui Show's asking her to do it, then she probably shouldn't do it. Come. Mangetsu's different. Oh yeah, she's got it too. Rematch. There you have your answer there, Shingetsu. I mean, somebody's got to. These two, why are they so cute together? Why is my voice messing up? Maybe I could use some more water. Oh, flashbacks. My heaviness. That voice sounds kind of familiar. Oh, oh, H. Oh, she's. Are you okay? Are you okay? Uh, that's Kuon, you know. What exactly did you do to the sister? Yes. 1v1 me, bro. You tell her, Shingetsu. Got a problem with that? Although, clearly she's working on getting Kuon on her side, so... doubt she'll be that alone in the next round. Okay, so the Radiants are showing how special she is. Hey Nana, what brings you here? So is that supposed to imply Kibo has a lot of magic potential too? Because you said also here. I don't think Mangetsu was there at that time. But isn't only one mage supposed to be able to, like from each family, supposed to be able to be Meiji? I don't know. There's a lot of things that I'm confused about in this episode. Hopefully we don't have a stinger where someone just dies in this episode. So nope, that's it. Okay, that was the 8th episode of Granbelm. So this episode we learned something very important about this whole Granbelm thing, and that's you gotta envision where you want to go and what you're wearing when you go there when it's over. Otherwise, you just end up where you started, naked. In their case, they both end up naked with each other in bed. So that might have been a bit awkward for everyone involved, but that's kind of amazing from my perspective. So, you know, they know that now. So that probably means we're not going to get a repeat of this, but it's nice while it lasted. I'm glad we kept this information from them as long as we did. I think early in the episode I said something about Suisho becoming more relevant going forward, and that was definitely true with this episode. She is very clearly kind of the new antagonist. You know, I mean, she's been part of the show for a while, but yeah, Anna's always kind of had that spotlight, you know, as the main antagonist, and now that she's out of the way, it's just time for Suisho to rise and shine. And her and Anna are very different people, and yet they both feel very antagonistic, which is interesting. Because Anna, she was always so, you know, angry and driven by vengeance, you know. That's always been who she is. Whereas Suisho is much more like cold, calculating, manipulative kind of evil character, like very different sort of thing. So I had dealing with her would probably require a different approach, for sure. Now, very early on in the episode, we actually had a scene where she straight up kissed Kuon. Did not expect that. You know, if you told me the first kiss we'd get in this show would be between those two, I might not have believed you, but there you go. And I wasn't quite sure what the deal with that was. She said something about welcome, and they did it. But later on, she said something about eating the sister's soul. Why? Why would you eat the soul? I don't quite get. All of that's kind of confusing. The whole sister and eating the soul, and the sister just kind of waking up and talking about Suisho, and she whispered something to Kuon that we didn't quite get to hear. So maybe that would clear some stuff up. But it does seem like overall Suisho is trying to manipulate Kuon into helping her in the Granbelm, like trying to forcibly build an alliance. I'm pretty sure that's what she's trying to do, and kind of using the sister as leverage, you know, to try to control her, because that's obviously what Kuon cares about the most. It's just, I'm not quite sure all the mechanics of the curse spell stuff she's doing, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of her endgame, right? Because she did talk about, you know, being all alone against the group of Shingetsu and Mangetsu, and Kuon could be her way to deal with that. So that makes sense, if that's what they're going for. And then we also had a lot of stuff with Nena, where she's trying to, like, figure out some of the magical phenomenon stuff, which I was confused about exactly what all that was about, but they talked about the whole, you know, magic being sealed within the magic coconuts, and they talked about how what she's seeing on the screen kind of contradicts that, and they were talking about a lot of that stuff, which some of it went over my head, but it seems like, I mean, near the end there, it seems like Kibo, there's more to her than meets the eye. I got that much at least. Like, she was a big tower of magicness. So, yeah, what exactly does that mean? I'm not quite sure. Is she gonna end up joining Granbelm? Who knows? But she's clearly got an important role to play. I gathered that much. So, yeah, I'm definitely curious what will come of that. Let's see what else. We once again talked about Mangetsu and how different she is than the other players, and we had both Suisho and Shingetsu trying to kind of talk her out of it, but you know, she's pretty determined. Like, she's not going to be talked out of it, not by the enemy, not by Shingetsu. Just, it's not going to happen. So they got no choice but to work together and do their best. So that's quite nice. Let's see, and anything else to talk about in the episode? Just Suisho is so creepy. Just the voice she keeps doing, you know, acting kind of like, is there a name for it? That kind of surface level friendliness that you know is fake, like that kind of thing. She does a lot of that in the episode. You know, a lot of time with her kind of soft-spoken voice. It's just very unsettling. Just very, very unsettling. The one scene when you have Kuon rush at her at a knife, I was actually really confused what was happening for a second. Like, I didn't even know who was being attacked, much less who was doing the attacking. But once I, you know, realized what was going on, I kind of thought to myself, wait, never mind, keep going, Kuon, it's fine. But she didn't keep going. Instead, Suisho was talking about how she actually wants to hug her and stuff like that. You know, obviously because the whole sister's soul stuff. and all that. So it did not end up being a stabbing, unfortunately. So, but yeah, the overall moment between Shingetsu and Mangetsu was nice. I always enjoy their kind of alone time. But yeah, having a character named Suisho and a character named Shisui is just asking for confusion, especially when they're like somewhat connected because of the whole curse, Kuon manipulation stuff. You know, so that's kind of throwing me off a bit, to be honest. So, I do think that's all. I do think that's all I got to say on the episode. It was one of the weirder ones for sure. But it seems like we're starting to get into a bit more of the like overarching system, magical system kind of thing. Maybe trying to peek behind the curtain and stuff with all the nana hacking and whatnot. I'm just kind of curious what we're doing with Kibo here. I'm definitely curious about that. So that's probably my biggest thing. Also, just wondering exactly what's going to go on with Kuon, because Suisho is definitely in full-on manipulation mode in regards to Kuon. Obviously, using the sister for that. So hopefully this doesn't end up putting Kuon in too bad of a situation, really. So yeah, just the poor sister. She's just been unconscious for most of the show, and now we've got this going on. But yeah, like Shingetsu said, most of the people in this Granbelm thing, they don't exactly have happy backstories, which is usually how it goes. So yeah, we'll see how things go. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.